Hi, Laura. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Tony.
Good.
Hi, everyone.
Good. So, looking forward to wanting to speak with you because this is an opportunity for us to understand your story, your journey, and where your vision is, or should I say, what your vision is. I'd like you, in your own words, really just to describe, because you've been on a very long journey. In fact, we all have, but yours is particularly interesting. And so I'd like you, in 5 minutes or so, to really convey the journey that you've been on, where you are currently, and the vision that is drawing you and compelling you to take some big steps in the days, weeks, months, and years ahead. Over to you.
What I will say that for me, Tony, I started my journey, I would say 30 years ago, when I felt that I was missing something in my life. I I remember asking God for my husband, house, children, all the things that women or people ask for. And I had them and I was thankful, but I would say there was a gap. There was something missing, and I didn't know what it was, but I knew that I wasn't fulfilled in life, and I felt like a failure, to be honest. Years later, I had more children, and I think that was to fill. Well, I wanted more children, but it was also to fill the gap of motherhood, and I still felt that there was something missing in my life, but I just didn't know what it was. I then went deep into into the church because I thought that's what I needed, realized that wasn't what I needed. And then I realized it was spirituality that I needed. And I started to work on myself. I would say I was very insecure as a woman, and I had very, very low self esteem. And what I realized was that it actually stops me from being who I should be, if that makes sense. I wasn't living in the essence of who I was meant to be. So I started to work on me, and this took a long time to start asking myself questions about why am I here? What is my purpose? Because I knew that there was more to me, and I knew that I needed to serve. What was interesting was I would pray to God and say, I want to serve, and he would give me a message, go and do something, but fear held me back, and I would bounce back and say, I'm not ready. So I just continued. And then Lance introduced me to you in 2016, if you remember that.
Yes, I do.
And again, you asked me, am I ready? Because you spoke my language when I met with you. And I was really excited to hear what you said, because that was just what I'd been practicing. Again, I said no. I was fearful. So 3 years down the line, I was ready in 2019 after my mother passed away. I decided to say yes to life, because I remember saying I was sick and tired of this hamster wheel that I was on. I wanted a change in my life. So I then embarked on my journey with you. And when I started with you, Tony, that's when the real change happened. And for the first time, I actually felt that I was living life to the fullest, how it should be, because my mind had been reset just by the principles that you had adopted, or you show you teach in your course. I was able to just put everything into place, and I was so excited. I was telling everybody about this mind reset. I just wanted to tell everyone that this is the way it should be. And I remember thinking, but I wanted more. And after I did the 2 weeks, I knew that there was more to give. So I then went on the one-to-one training with you, and you very, very quickly identified that I had the gift of serving, and us working together. I knew it already, but I just needed somebody to believe in me, I suppose, even though I knew it. It
Right.
was just validation
Yes.
from somebody else, which is silly, but, and I've been working with you and I've done several courses with you. And I'm now in a position, Tony, that I feel that I'm ready to step and do what I have been called to do.
Wow.
And that is to help our women, to help our mothers, to help our sisters. Because what I have understood, and from my own experience as well, is that we are so many to so many people. We
Yes.
don't tend to look after us. We
Yes.
tend to give, and then we're not actually looking after ourselves. So it's learning about how to give, but still keep yourself in that flow of life and not to overstretch. Is that making sense? What
Makes
I'm
it makes perfect sense, and it's a really eloquent description of what you seek to do through the sharing of your story, but also by depicting that truly we are in a new era. And if we're in a new era where women are now having to be something that they are not accustomed to being, because those that have gone before them were not confident or had low self-esteem or were so busy taking care of everyone else, then that means there needs to be people like you who will teach this new way of being. So I think it's amazing. And your story, your personal story has been really, really just a great way to describe how you are therefore qualified to being able to support women. So it's a blessing. Thank you so much for sharing.